Come on, Slippers, this way. All right, Slippers, walk this way.
Oh, look at this out here. Nice little setup.
Okay, here we are. We're doing this a day early. We're doing this on New Year's Eve. That's because tomorrow's New Year's Day, which would be January 1st, 2021, and I'm going to be hungover and binge watching conspiracy theory videos. So we're going to do it a day early. So this is our fuel experiment. It's been 1 year now, short of 1 day. That's being sponsored by the Aaron's Company and our friends at ProPartsDirect.net. So let's see, after 1 year, if this fuel will start. So we're going to start with 87. Switch on. Choke out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After 1 year, it started. I think last month it took like 12 pulls. It seemed to take what, 10 pulls that time, Slippers? Were you paying attention?
Yeah, something like that.
But I had to choke it quite a bit to keep it running. And it is exactly 30 degrees out today. We haven't had a lot of real bitter cold. And we haven't had a lot of snow either. And the temperature's been up and down. I know in November we had a bunch of warm days. All right, 93. Switch on, choke out. Let's see how many pulls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I didn't think that one was going to start, but it did.
Yeah, getting scared there for a second.
Here's the VP, and after a year, look at it, almost totally evaporated. 8 ounces of fuel that was when we started a year ago. And I don't even think that's an ounce that's left in there. I could be wrong, but might be a little less than an ounce.
You may be wrong, but you may be right.
You may be wrong, but you may be right. All right, ready? VP, switch on, choke out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Took quite a few pulls, but it did start, and I only had to let it run on choke a few seconds and pushed it in. So I didn't have to keep choking it. So that ethanol is bad stuff. Now K100, this is what I'm thinking. If all these engines start, let's put K100 back in the game for the next year, 2021. I still got the fuel. We'll bolt the engine back on. We'll fill it up with that fuel that actually has more K100 in it. Because remember when it failed, we did our little experiment and I showed how that stuff doesn't absorb any water. So maybe we'll throw that one back in the game. How's that sound? Seafoam. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Running real rough. Sounded like I was getting shot at. Pow, pow.
I think it's running pretty bad.
Stens Shield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wasn't quick on the choke. Well, that one started and ran. I had to choke it a little bit to keep it running like I had to do on most of them. But it did run better and smooth out faster than the seafoam. So, take that into consideration. Ethanol Shield. 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. So far, they're all running about the same as the untreated fuel, except for the VP. Two, 4, Pretty much the same as all of them. Now we're at Gas Guardian. 2, 4, 6, 8. Ah! Now I got a recoil I gotta fix.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
I gotta take it in the shop. I got more tools. Oh, I got lucky there. Let me pull it out. See how much spring we got left. I think 2 turns will be good. Alright, so I want to get it out. Find this little notch in here. Now you're getting a recoil repair video. You're getting a bonus video. I can get the rope up through there. I'm going to go around 2 more times. 1 and 2. So that should be enough. Now I gotta tie a slip knot. My favorite band. Not really. Oop. Then it went through this guide, which, see when the cover was on, and this was on here like this, or was it on here? Like that. Looks like it snapped. Let's see what's in this handle. Oh, yeah, look. Rope. Done. Just broke.
Couldn't handle all that compression.
You know what? It's got to go. Might have to go through that cover too, so I don't want to put that on yet. Now I lost that little cap. Now I got to find that. All right, back out to the shed. All right. Lickety split.
So how many poles were you on? Do you remember?
I think it was 8. 8. last one. All about 10 to 12 pulls too, it seemed like last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you have it. 1 year. This gas is now 1 year old. That's in these engines. In the tank, 1 year old now. It's a baby. Still pooping in a diaper. So, this is what I think. This is just my opinion. None of this stuff works. Snake oil. That's what I think. Because those engines that are untreated started and ran. They all ran about the same. That seafoam ran really bad until it smoothed out. Of course, I got to keep choking them because, again, I think the fuel that's in the bowl has deteriorated and it's letting in the fresher stuff that's in the bigger area there. So we're going to keep going. We need a new calendar. Slippers, you got a calendar?
Oh yeah, look what I got down here. Check this out.
Oh, that's the best calendar of all. A Taryl 2021 calendar. So we're going to put the Taryl calendar up.
All right. Let's get this one on.
I'm going to go and get the engine that had K100 in it. We're going to bolt it back to the bench. We're going to take the fuel that's in that K100 can. We're going to fill that engine and we're going to start that K100 engine. We're going to throw it back in. How does that sound? We're going to give it a second chance. K100 engine, this is your chance to redeem yourself. So look, there's a screen in here, and it's pretty fine. And here's the K100 can that's been sitting for a year. Look at it. It's all sucked in. Now you gotta remember, I overdosed this a little bit, so this has actually got more than recommended. And it's full. Now the other ones, we ran fuel out of them. Switch on, choke out. It's not running down my nose. Aqualung. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Not.
What even got back in?
Let's verify that it's a fuel problem. Spray a little carb spray in there as starting fluid. K100 needed a little help. It'd been sitting for about, what, 6-7 months since it failed, because it was the first one to fail. So I shut it off. I'm going to turn it back on. Now that's warmed up. Let's see how it starts. All right, K100, you're back in the game.
All right. Well, maybe you should show some of the people what the gas inside the tank looks like on some of these.
Oh, you mean like get something to suck some of the gas out and put it in a jar and we can see the color of it other than what's in these jars?
Compare and see if it's a little different or if it's the same.
That's a good idea, Slip Dog. Let me go get a jar and some kind of device to suck the fuel out of there, and we'll look at the color of all these fuels after a year that's been in the tank and compare it to the jars. That's a good idea, Slip Dog.
Oh, thanks.
So I got this little syringe here, and we're gonna suck the fuel out and look at the color of it. Looks a little cloudy, like it's got moisture in it. Now let's compare it. So it hasn't got a lot of air because it's not really discolored. So the fuel in these newer engine gas tanks, even though they're vented, still seems to keep the fuel from getting deteriorated. And we'll shoot it back in. Now I don't want to cross-contaminate the fuels, so I'm going to go in the shop and I'm going to clean out this syringe, and then we'll do the next one. Here's 93. Looks about the same, a little cloudy. There's some, I see some stuff in there like falling. Yeah, there's like little bits of, oh yeah, like deterioration. Might not be hard to see, but there's little flakes. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. Little flakes of deterioration going on. All right. All right, I gotta go clean the syringe again. We're not gonna do all 10, we're gonna do a few. VP, Vice President. Still nice and clear. I don't see any flakes floating around in this. All right, we'll do the seafoam because that one ran real crappy. Let me go clean the syringe again. All right, here's the seafoam fuel. I don't see any flakes like I did in the 93. I mean, there's not a real difference in discoloration. I think the proof is going to be in the carburetors themselves. I think there's probably deterioration going on in them. But we need to get them to fail to the point where they won't start, like the K100 did. Oh, almost forgot to put this guy back in there. All right, let's do some of the ones that were really dark yellow. We had some of that fuel over here. Like this one, this Stable 360. Now look at how that looks like. That looks like your pee when you eat asparagus. Probably smells like it too. All right, I gotta clean the syringe again. All right, let's do this 360 now and see what we got. Okay. So it is slightly darker. I mean, it's not as dark as the stuff that's got air going to it, but it's dark. Let's get the sealed jar out. Oh, no, looks basically the same. Same color. All right, so there's some proof that these gas tanks, these newer ones, even though they're vented, are not letting in a lot of air to deteriorate the fuel. So again, the fuel deterioration is taking place in that float bowl, that small amount of fuel that's in there, probably less than an ounce. That's deteriorating over a month. And again, let me reiterate. Oh, I forgot to put this back. Dang it, if I did it 5 times, you think I'd remember. So let me reiterate. Snot's running down his nose. What I think. And again, I think this stuff is all just snake oil. I don't think it does anything. I don't think it preserves the fuel any more than the regular standard fuel, because they're all starting after a year. But we're going to keep going because we want to see the last man standing, and maybe that'll prove me wrong. What do you think, Slip Dog?
Oh yeah, I'm sure the carburetors are probably building up some crud inside. It's just a matter of time.
Just a matter of time. Time will tell. All these bench test videos of these fuel ones that I watched online, that really doesn't tell you much. Because we bench tested the K100 and it didn't work. It only worked the way Donnie Boy 73 did it, which is he just poured the stuff straight into water. He didn't mix it with gasoline or nothing. We did it where we mixed it with gasoline to the amount it said and poured a small amount of water in it, and it didn't absorb any water. But they claim they make water burn. We make it burn. Well, we don't know if it'll burn or not. So, tune in next month, 2021. It'll be February 1st, because this is January 1st. Technically, it's New Year's Eve, but in a few hours, it'll be January 1st. And then we're going to go February 1st. Again, this experiment, this fuel experiment, being sponsored by the Aaron's Company and ProPartsDirect.net. They supplied the fuel cans, Aaron supplied the engines, if you don't know that, if you're just tuning in. And as always, there's your dinner. Woo! 1 year mark! We made it a year! They're all still starting! And we put K100 back in the mix. K100's got a chance to redeem itself. Keep watching every month. There's your dinner. Right, here's the stable. Oh, this stupid syringe is failing.